and I saw this one, and Lacala has done exactly the same pattern. Another cashmere turner. I just keep varying the neckline just by cutting the pattern or retracing the pattern, cutting it and reshaping it. But this is another cashmere turner. I've had to take it in because I've lost a bit of weight, but that's the good thing about jersey dresses. You just sew them in along there down the side and that's it. I've gone kind of tapered back out there on the hips just to add a bit more flair to it. We get a catalogue from a company called Joe Brown's, and I love the clothes that are in it. And quite often his lordship, it does some household stuff, not much, and then it does men's clothes and ladies' clothes. I often look at them because he likes the men's clothes. He likes ones with guitar designs on them, and they don't have many. Oh, they have. I tell a lie. They have a few. For those of you who like guitar designs, there's the guitar. No, that's drums. A bunch of guitars there, and that one's a guitar up there. I think that's the one I've just shown you. They are £25 each. I might get him a couple. He said he didn't want to spend any more money, but I quite like them. There's also another one there, the guitar. That one is number 10. That one's 25. And I did see another one. Where did I see the other one? There. I quite like that one because he suits purple, that one there. When you've got grey hair, purple looks lovely on you. So, but that one is a bit more expensive. Number 10 is... oh no, it's £25, so I might treat him. I might choose one or two for him. Anyway, I was looking at this one, which is a patchwork shirt, and obviously they've taken. I've noticed there's an awful lot of recycling in this magazine. I don't know how they managed to recycle over and over again, or whether we were just talking about it, and his lordship said, well, maybe they buy in batch from companies all the garments that haven't been sold, and then they repurpose them, they redesign them. Because one of the first ones I've noticed was this one. I'll see if I can get on the website and put the picture up there because it'll be easier for you to see. But this is just a sweatshirt where they've taken the tops, they've added an embroidery design, they've made a frill, and I reckon they've taken a lot of men's tops that haven't sold and they've redesigned them. And looking at these patterns, I'm thinking, oh, you could do that yourself. And then there was another one that, this one, which looks like they've taken men's t-shirts and turned them the other way, because the actual thing on the outside, the placket and stuff, seems to be turned inside out, and then I think they've printed a design on, and my battery's about to go, so hang on a second. Which is good, they're recycling stuff. I did come across a couple of garments that I thought, oh, they are very easy to design yourself. I like that dress. It's a jersey dress, and so I thought I can design that on Sewist, because sewist.com, you put your own measurements in and you can design your own garments. So I've gone and designed that. Basically just an ordinary straightforward top with a gathered skirt, done in jersey, so you can just put it over your head. So that's one that I quite liked. And then I turned over and I saw this one, and Lacala has done exactly the same pattern. I downloaded that a few years back and I just thought that one looks rather nice. So they are doing very similar designs to Lacala. They've done a skirt, that one there, a dress with a skirt. They've basically taken the fabric and then gathered around here, added like a little ruffle, but the gather's on the outside. And again, they may have dyed the colours or re-dyed or bleached and then re-dyed, and that's what it's turned out like. And this one I'm sure I've seen that dress pattern somewhere in Lacala, and I'm sure I've seen it on some of the big four. That's a rather nice pattern. So there are some lovely ideas and some lovely things that they've done with them. Another one they've done here is they've taken a jumper and embroidered on the top corner. If you're good at embroidering, I used to be, I don't know if I am now, but if you're good at embroidery, you could do a nice embroidery on the top of your dark jumper. And you know, I did a dress on, I've just done a dress with frills. I quite like this because it's just an ordinary shirt with the collar stand, but instead of putting a collar, you just make frills, and that's fairly straightforward to do on any shirt pattern. I'm quite tempted to do something like that, so watch this space. As you know, checks are in fashion, and this is another one that's back in, that I think was quite nice. Checks. It's very like the Tilly, something like the Tilly in the buttons, where it goes down and then it's got a frill, only instead of having two frills they've only put one frill on the bottom, and it's like a shirt effect. They've got the shirt going all the way down, but you could have it going there to the waist and then a skirt. So there are so many possibilities that you could do with these. I also like this. Look what they're doing here. They are putting a blanket just along the top edge of the jumper. They've done that on a couple of garments. They've done that along the edge of this waistband, this waistcoat. They've got it going up there and then down the pocket. So that's quite a good way of adding a bit of accent to your clothes. A couple of really nice dresses. There's one there if you like to buy dresses instead of making them. There's one there. I'm liking that one there, and I'm also liking this one, that one. They are made with viscose, and I do like that. If you want to know the prices, that is the £65, which is a lot of money, but it's really nice. And these are the kind of dresses I bought a couple this summer that were from, can't think who were from, but I'll put pictures up of them, of the two that I bought. I bought them and I know that they are, because I loved them, these are dresses that I will keep in the wardrobe for a long time. The same as these, all my cashmere dresses stay in my wardrobe. They don't get disposed of because I like wearing them. I feel comfortable. Every time I wear them, people say they look lovely. So I tend to try and get things, garments that can last for years and that don't go out of fashion, sort of. It seems that orange is back in fashion, so look at that lovely orange jumper. And then the orange pinafore dress. A bit too short for my liking. I don't like, I'd look a bit like mutton dresses lamb if I wore a short top. But there's also some nice dresses there. Again, I'm sure we've seen patterns like that before in our big four. And this one is an interesting one because it's a pattern that we often see. And all they've done is, in the middle, they've put a gathered panel in the middle, a shirred panel. And now you call it shirred, I've always called it shirred, S-H-I-R-R-E-D, and that may be a northeastern way of pronouncing it, but a shirred panel. And I think that looks quite nice. That pulls your waist in a bit. Is there anything else that I want to show you there? It's a lovely magazine. The only thing that I've got to point out, there's something similar, but it's in a voile. Not a voile. Is it a voile? It's in Georgette, and very similar to the other one. It's got a gathered panel that goes downwards. Lovely dresses. The only downside to Joe Brown's is you've got to get in quick, because when you try to, if you leave it for a week or two and you go back, they don't have them. And this is another, these are jumpers. I like that jumper, that one there with the dog on it. We're all dog fans. That's a nice one with a dog if you've got a dog. That one is £45. Another nice dress there. That one is viscose, and again that one's dearer. That's £80. Don't know that go to 80. But when you think about it, oh, and that's a nice one as well. This purple one here. When you think about it, some of the better fabrics are £20 a metre, and these would be about 4 or 5 metres in length. So You're talking about £80 just making it yourself. Number one, that one is £55, so that's a nice one as well. And I think that's about, there are plenty more, but I don't want to bore you with too many of them. Printed check dress, £65. And another one if you like a dark fabric there, that one. And that is a boho maxi dress, £75. Less enamoured by that. I do like a full dress. There, as I say, there are plenty more. The green one there, there's a green there. There's some lovely, lovely dresses. So I'm going to stop there because I don't want to make it too long. But yes, Jo Brown's, lovely dresses. But don't forget, if you want to make them yourself, there are patterns very similar to it. So you could apply for the Jo Brown's catalogue. Get it, have a look at it and see if you can make your own designs from the big four patterns, from La Carla, from other ones, all the independents. Sorry, it's getting bright. The brightness was because the sun came out even more. So well worth having a look at and well worth thinking about designing your own from it. Anyway, I'm going to love you and I'm going to leave you and I'll catch you next time. Bye!